She's one of the few African women to have designed a smartphone. Originally a lawyer, Guinean Fadima Diawara is now at the head of her mobile brand, the Konfabo smartphone, which means to be in touch in the Malinke language. The young entrepreneur in her 30s now dreams of conquering the African market with a device that takes into account the continent's realities. Our correspondent Sayon Korma met her in Conakry.
Is not really a walk in the park for Fadima Diawara. The designer of the Konfabo phone brand is fine-tuning the F99 Pro, the latest model of her smartphone. On her phone, Fadima shows us a miniature African continent through several installed applications. In this new model, we can, for example, find a new version of Afro Cook, an app that takes us on a journey through African gastronomy.
We want to provide to the African user a product that is reliable, that puts them at the center of our brand strategy and supports them in their daily lives. That's why we developed these African recipe apps to showcase African culinary art and give more quality content to our users. We wanted to design something that speaks to Africans and with an African identity, hence Konfabo was really born with that in mind. It's an African brand. The name actually means being in touch, getting news and satisfying your curiosity. Also, it's made by Africans for Africans.
A smartphone that also puts technology at your service. Healthcare, for example, with a Find Me app which geolocates the nearest healthcare facilities, hospitals and pharmacies. Dicalo, a 100% African social network designed by a Cameroonian, is also available on this phone and it is already certified by international standards.
I was amazed to see all these applications on the phone. Moreover, a phone designed by a Guinean woman meeting the expectations of Africans and even supporting the African consumer in his or her daily life. This is a step forward for technology in Guinea and Africa on a wider scale.
Fadima, who studied law in Guinea, had to train in digital and business management in Girona, Spain, to develop these phones. Passionate about technology, she later joined a multinational company in Catalonia before resigning to launch her phone brand. With the help of business angels, she initially invested more than 100,000 euros. Lacking resources to set up her factory in Africa, she met partners in Asia who manufactured the phone components and assembled them in China. All of this was coordinated from Africa with the help of young engineers from the continent.
We ensure the design, software and hardware. We have a team of engineers and developers, all young Africans who work together, share ideas and bring out this creativity through our applications.
Because
the aim of Konfabo is to be able to make real made-in-Africa products. Our medium to long-term objective is to set up an assembly plant on African soil in Guinea to create added value, to train young people in new technologies and to create wealth.
In the meantime, she has found opportunities for some young Guineans, like this young lady's phone repair business.
Fadima has created this innovation. The partnership that we sign is that as soon as the Konfabo phone is damaged, the customer can come to us directly and we will repair it. She sent us all the spare parts. These are the original parts, so we repair them for the customer, without the customer spending a long time looking for where he or she can repair her device or can get an original spare part, because the spare parts that she provides are of really good quality.
Officially launched in January 2020, Konfabo is so far only available in Guinea. But thanks to online sales, all African countries will soon have access to these smartphones. And given the high demand in the market, Fadima is developing a policy called Ambassador. The idea is to cover other countries in Africa. But to achieve this, the support of the public authorities are needed, as well as finding investors. But now in Conakry, she can only count on moral support.
For me, it's a real pride that a Guinean evolves today in the new mobile technologies sector. But in addition to that, in the mobile sector, we sell Guinean expertise as well as made in Africa products. It is important that we sell and promote our image, and that we can also promote our talents, entrepreneurs like Fadima. For me, she's a success story. She has just started, and I think she will go very far. Personally, it's a real pride.
The ambition of the Guinean entrepreneur has attracted the interest of major partners such as the insurance company Lanala, which provides insurance for her phones, and the Société Générale, which offers interest-free loans repayable over 6 months for any purchase of this phone brand. With more than 47,000 phones sold since 2020, Fadima wants to increase its production in 2023. The target is 50,000 to 100,000 phones per year, and the Guinean entrepreneur is now planning to raise funds from financial partners to make her dream a reality.